Have you ever wondered about the mysterious figure that looms large in the prophecies of the Bible? One who stands in stark opposition to everything Christ represents. This enigmatic character is known as the Antichrist, a term that both fascinates and alarms believers. It's a concept wrapped in prophecy, speculation, and deep theological implications. The Bible speaks directly about this figure, particularly in verses like 1 John chapter 2, verse 22, which states, "Who is the liar but the one who denies that Jesus is the Christ? This is the Antichrist, the one who denies the Father and the Son." And in 1 John chapter 4, verse 3, it's explained further as, "Every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God, and this is that spirit of Antichrist." As we venture into this exploration, we're not just unraveling a biblical mystery. We're seeking deeper understanding in our faith journey. Join me as we delve into the biblical portrayal of the Antichrist. The Bible presents a complex and layered portrait of the Antichrist, a figure of great significance in eschatology. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4, the Antichrist is depicted as the man of lawlessness and son of destruction, who exalts himself against all that is considered divine, even taking a seat in the temple of God and proclaiming himself to be God. This audacious act of self-deification is a stark contrast to the humility and divinity of Christ. Furthermore, in Matthew chapter 24, verse 5, Jesus warns of many deceivers who will come in his name, claiming, "I am Christ," and leading many astray. This caution underscores the Antichrist's role as a deceiver, a counterfeit Christ, aiming to mislead even the faithful. Interestingly, the first epistle of John speaks of not just one, but many antichrists. 1 John chapter 2, verse 18, indicating that the spirit of the Antichrist is not limited to a single individual, but can manifest through various deceivers throughout history. This notion suggests a continual battle against deception and falsehood within the Christian journey. These biblical descriptions paint a picture of the Antichrist as the ultimate embodiment of rebellion against God, characterized by deceit, blasphemy, and self-exaltation. This exploration into the scriptural portrayal of the Antichrist is crucial for understanding the broader narrative of good versus evil as depicted in Christian eschatology. Throughout history, the identity and nature of the Antichrist have been subjects of intense speculation and varied interpretation within Christian thought. The historicist approach, a traditional view, often identified the beast out of the sea from Revelation chapter 13 as the Roman emperor. This perspective also saw the second beast, along with the false prophet in the same chapter, as representations of the papacy. Here, the man of sin was frequently equated with the Pope, symbolically seated in the temple, the church, and exalting himself in a manner reminiscent of the Antichrist. In contrast, modern futurism takes a different approach, linking the man of sin and the beast from Revelation and viewing them as a singular entity, a future false Christ. This interpretation envisions a powerful figure rising just before Christ's return, uniting the world in an opposition reminiscent of the Tower of Babel, directly against the faithful remnant. Preterists, another school of thought, typically see the 6666 mark as symbolic of Nero Caesar, identifying the beast of Revelation with Nero. The second beast and the false prophet are linked with the Sanhedrin and Judaizers, who opposed the early church. Some preterists identify the man of sin with Nero, while others see him as the high priest of the temple who opposed Christ. These diverse interpretations reflect the complexity and depth of biblical prophecy, highlighting how perspectives on the Antichrist have evolved and varied across different historical and theological contexts. Each view, whether historicist, futurist, or preterist, offers a unique lens through which to understand the multifaceted nature of the Antichrist as portrayed in the Scriptures. Christian leaders throughout history have offered profound insights into the nature of the Antichrist. adding layers of interpretation to the biblical text. They emphasize the Antichrist's role as both a political and ecclesiastical figure, embodying the ultimate opposition to Christian faith. In older interpretations, the Antichrist was often seen as a church figure, reflecting the belief that the greatest threats to faith could arise from within the church itself, much like the serpent in the Garden of Eden. Modern interpretations, however, tend to view the Antichrist more as a political world leader, a figure not confined to religious opposition, but one who wields global influence and authority. Theologians have pondered whether the Antichrist refers to a specific individual or represents a broader concept of anyone fundamentally opposed to Christian beliefs. This question reflects the diverse understandings of the Antichrist's nature and role in the world. These insights from Christian leaders not only expand our understanding of the Antichrist, but also serve as a reminder to be vigilant against both political and ecclesiastical forces that could lead believers astray. They underscore the need for discernment and faithfulness in the face of such opposition. As we conclude our exploration of the Antichrist, it's clear that this figure, steeped in biblical prophecy, represents a formidable challenge to faith and truth. The Antichrist's role as both a deceiver and a symbol of opposition to Christ teaches us the importance of vigilance and discernment in our spiritual lives. The various interpretations and insights we've discussed highlight the multifaceted nature of this prophetic figure and the ongoing relevance of these teachings. I encourage you to reflect on these insights and share your thoughts in the comments. What does the concept of the Antichrist mean to you in your faith journey? How do you see these prophecies playing out in today's world? Let's foster a vibrant discussion, enriching our understanding and faith together. And if you found this exploration enlightening, don't forget to subscribe and like our video for more content like this on Godly Bites.